Hello guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Freecell. Now, Freecell is like any other solitaire game where the objective of the game is to get all the 52 cards in a standard deck into their respective piles on the right hand corner over here. Now, Freecell is unique compared to other solitaire games because in other solitaire games, you actually have to reveal cards because most of the cards are hidden. But in Freecell, it's different because you actually have all the cards revealed for you. Now, Freecell is very tricky for two major reasons. One, it's very overwhelming, especially as a new player, when you just see all the cards revealed all at once. It's understandably very overwhelming. It's a lot of information overload. And two, Freecell has a very unique system of the way it determines how many cards you can move at this time. So right now we have, an unorganized board here, and you'll see here you have four cells up here. Now I don't know what it's actually called. I'm just going to call them free cells for the rest of this video. But basically, these four free cells allows you to put a card in one of these cells temporarily. Or ideally, you put them in there temporarily to free up some space for these piles. So right now, so standard solitaire rules apply. So if I want to move this jack, it's a black jack, so it has to be moved to a red queen. And if I wanted to move this red queen, I have to put it in a black king. So the suits, you don't have to worry too much about the suits. The suits only play in effect once you have the aces up here. But for the time being, you only need to worry about the colors. So every card can go ascending or descending, apart from the king. And they have to be descending or ascending in a particular numbers that are next to each other and alternative colors. So right now, we have already some connecting ones right here. So we can move this here. And the general idea of Freecell and how you win Freecell is, one, you want to get rid of the aces as soon as possible. We are playing on easy, so they made the aces quite below. Freecell definitely becomes harder once the aces are like up here. You're just going to have to do more sorting out. And that's the idea of Freecell. You're just sorting out the pile. Alright. So we can already see a combo here. Queen and jack. Of course, they're the other way around. That's alright, because we can put the 6 here. We don't have a 9, so we've got 3 slots here. Okay, we can do that, because we are trying to get rid of them. So there we go. And this is what you want to do in Freecell. You want this type of scenario where you have a high cost card like a queen, jack, king. Of course, ideally the king should be up here. And what you're trying to do in Freecell is try to get columns like this where the high cost card is at the bottom, at the top, I meant. And then just put all these other cards on top of this pile. And that's like the general idea of how you win a Freecell game. Now, getting to this situation where the high cost card is at the bottom, it's hard or easy depending on your RNG of the cards that are given to you. So right now we need a red 8 in order to continue this pile. Like, you don't want this type of situation where, see, this is quite a big pile and they're not connected. Right, the only connection is the queen and jack. The ace and 2 are also connected, but that doesn't really count because the ace is going to be up here anyway. So this is technically not connected because you want to get rid of these aces. And so with that in mind, it's actually a 2 and a 7, and they're not connected. And obviously these cards aren't connected, and they're all reds as well. So we're trying to get rid of this pile as soon as we can. We got a 5 here. So you don't want these types of piles, but of course it's Freecell. You're going to get these piles like almost all the time. Man, okay, where is a red 8? Red 8 is here. See. See, the 2 red 8s are here. That's really bad. That means we can't focus on this pile anymore. That is such a shame. Alright, we could focus on this pile because we want to get rid of these 2s, right? And aces. Where's this 10 going? Now, in Freecell, when the amount of cards you can move is depending on how many cards you have up here. Because I have 2 cards up here, I can only move 3 cards at a time. So 1, 2, and the card itself. So this should work, yeah. So what that means is this counts as like a free movement. So 1 free movement, 2 free movement, and the card itself. So that counts as 3 cards being able to be moved. If there was another card here, I wouldn't have been able to do that because then I only have 1, 2 cards I can move at a time. So that's the best way I can explain the movement options in Freecell. So basically, you don't want to rely on putting cards in the free cells. I mean, it's very useful. That's the only way you can win the game. But you try treat this as like temporarily if you can. Otherwise, you're gonna have too many cards up here, and you literally can't win the game because your movement is too restricted. So now we've created a sequence here. It's quite a low level. Thinking of Hearthstone, it's quite a low number sequence, so that's fine. We got connecting ones here, 6 and 5. We want a red 8, but we already know. Oh, we could get a red 8 potentially. Black 8? Is there a black 8 anywhere? Where is it? Black 8's here. Where's the other black 8? Shit. Okay. So we're going to have to use up more free cells. Oh, we got a king, queen here. But we really don't want to block this 8 in. Try not to do that. Try not to make these types of piles when you have an important card back there. But sometimes, again, you may not have a choice in the matter. See, we could fill up. We could put all these 3 in the free cells. But we don't have a black 7. Oh, we do have black 7. Oh, we have a 9 here. Okay. Let's try this. This may not be the correct play, but I see a combination like that. And look, now we're freeing up more cards. And hopefully we can move all these cards at once. This is 5 cards. So in order for this to happen, we need all these to be empty. So that probably won't happen. In these types of situations, you can try to like break it up into pieces and then move it in like little pieces together. That's a very common thing you'll have to do in Freecell. We wanted a black 8 earlier. Trying to get rid of this pile. I may have fucked myself over. No, we can't. Oh, look at that. So instead of using this for red, we use this for red. We got quite lucky there. Alright, we got a nice pile here. And you'll notice, like, once you have a nice pile like this, the game becomes a lot easier to sorting out these cards. We need a red jack. Okay. This is sort of brutal. What we're going to do is going to have to use the red 7 up there. And then we're going to put the other red 7 away. We could put the red 7 here. Oh, didn't notice about that. Put the jack here. Get rid of that 3. And then we need a black 10. Where's the black 10? Oh, we have a black 10 right here. So we got the ideal situation where we have a column where the king is at the bottom. That's what you want. Now, okay. Yeah, trying to get rid of these cards up here. Got a black 8. It's connected by 4 cards. So is there any way we can get rid of these cards? Oh, by the way, a free column counts as a movement space. So I can actually move 3 cards because 1, 2, and the card itself. So that's why you want 3 columns as well. Of course, you want to fill them up with kings, ideally, or a high cost card. So I can move like the jack here, which I might do because there's a red 8 over here. Yeah, we might do that. I typically think a lot longer, but we are playing on easy mode, so I don't have to think too... Oh, never mind. Oh, wait, 1, 2. Okay. I take back what I just said earlier. You can only move 2 cards. Oh, because this is 2 free. Okay. Just thinking, sorry. Got the red 8. Then we got the 4. Do we have 3 clubs? No. Oof. Okay. Oh, hang on. Now, I do consider it cheating, but fuck it. Whatever. I can do that. Yeah. There we go. Found the sequence. Now we have 2. I think we can do like a super move, right? No, but we can do that. Yeah. Because we got 2 free columns. So we can move more cards at once, despite having so many up here. Because of that whole movement rule I explained earlier. We have 4. Right. Black 3. Got an annoying king here. I get rid of one of these. Okay. Now we move this, and we can automatically get rid of these. Ah, okay. Woo! We got 6 of clubs. Yeah, might as well get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, yeah. We basically won now. And so the general idea... Yep. And that's basically the general idea of how you win a Freecell game. You just try to put the highest cost card at the bottom, and then you just, you just slowly chip away at it. You slowly start moving cards back and forth, and then eventually you'll have several columns of the sequence of king to ace. And yeah, that's basically how you win every Freecell game. And the only difference between easy and expert with the Microsoft Solitaire collection is that expert getting to this condition where the king is at the bottom and you can just do queen, jack, 10, etc. is quite difficult, and the sequence is not so obvious. So the game that I showed earlier, the game that I played earlier, it was pretty obvious what the sequence was to get to that ideal situation. But on expert, it is a lot less intuitive on how you can get to the ideal situation. And the sequences you have to do is much harder. But, I mean, some things you can look out for when you see a board like this. Always look for the aces. It's very important to get the aces out early. Like in the last game, if I didn't have the aces up here, I probably would have lost because there was some situations where I couldn't actually quite fit some of the club cards, but because I was already piling up the clubs, I got a little bit lucky and I could get rid of the clubs. Look at the kings. So we've got some kings at the bottom. Of course, it's experts, so they're not in the ideal situation. Kings block everything else up here. So yeah, that's basically how you play Freecell. I hope this video was helpful, and see ya.